Hey, Sonny here. Today I'm going to show you how to play the rhythm to Noble Movies by Ozzy Osbourne with Randy Rose. Here's a slightly slower tempo from the original recording. And also I tuned to standard tuning. I believe the original recording is tuned half step down. Okay, so a one, two, a 1, 2, 3. Well, let's talk about the main riff. It's in the key of A. The chords are mainly is A, open chord, it's open A string with second fret of D, G, and B. And you got a D chord, open D string, second fret of G and third fret of B. And you got a G chord. The G chord is the third fret of low E string with my index finger blocking, with the bottom flash of my index finger blocking the A string so you can't hear the A string at all. And open G string, open D string, and second fret of B string. So that's pretty much it. It's A, D, G, alright? The first section goes like this. So what I'm doing is I play the third fret on the low E string, bend about quarter step higher, and then play the A chord. Open A string, second fret of D, and then while your index finger is still on the A chord, you play the second fret of G, and then use your pinky and play the fifth fret on the D string, pull off the fourth and pull off the second fret on the D string. And you pick the fourth fret again on the D string, pull off on second fret. And you pick the third fret on the A string, pull off open. And then D chord, mute, and G chord. So slowly. And you play a second fret. After that, you play a second fret and open string on the A string. And you play the riff again. So. And play slowly from the first two times. The second time you can mute twice. D chord, mute twice. All the string. And then G chord. Okay. Then the third time, you change it. So after you pull off on from 5th fret, 4th fret to 2nd fret on the D string, instead of playing the 4th fret on the D string, again you play the 4th fret on the G string. And you bend up half step. You play the 4th fret up, release, pull off 2nd fret, 4th fret on the G, 2nd fret of G, 4th fret of D and 2nd fret of G. So. G, so D, G, and D. Slide down. You start from 12th fret on the low E string, slide down. And then E chord. You just play the open, you can play the full chord. Oh, that's one chord I didn't show you, is the E major chord. This is open E string, 2nd fret of A, 2nd fret of D, 1st fret of G, and open B string and open high E string. E chord, A, back to E. And you play the open A string, open E, and then chromatically walked up 2, 3, 4 on the E string. And then you go to D chord, G. So the little thing is, you hear that? It's like a ghost note. So play G, D chord, you slightly play the open D and G together. And the G chord, slightly play D and G string together, open. And then D chord. Okay, so the whole thing slowly from the top. E major, D, A, E major. So D, G, and D. So once you land on D chord, go 4, 1, 2, 3. And then you play the, this goes to the next riff. Okay, the next riff, it starts right before the first beat of the new measure. So you play, basically the first note on the 3rd fret, you play right after the 3rd beat of 1, 2, 3. And then the 4th fret on the A string and the 2nd fret is on the 4th beat. 4 and 1, 2, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it goes into the next section. So it goes like this: 2, 3. Okay, so let me show you how to play that part. So after you play, so you play the 3rd fret on the A string, hammer on the 4th fret, and you play the 2nd fret of A. And you after that you play this. So you play the 2nd fret on the G string, 2nd fret of D and G together, 4th fret on the D, open A. 2nd fret of D and G, open A. Alright, let's stop right there for now. So play that slowly again. One more time. After that, you play 7, 8, 9 on the A string, and you play the 7th fret on the D, G, and B string together. You play the like a D sus. You add the pink. After you play the 7th fret of D, G, and B together, you put your ring finger, middle finger on the 8th fret on the B string. And you play the 9th fret of A. You play the 7th fret D, G, and B again. and then 7th fret D, G, and 8th fret of B string again. So far we have this. Slower, one more time. Okay, after that, you mute it one time. Mute, and then you play the A chord. That's open A string, 2nd fret of D and G. And play the 5th, and you use your pinky, you stretch out, you play the 5th fret of B string and high E string. And then 3 and 4 on the 3 and 4 fret on the A string. You play the A chord again. And then you play the 2 and 4 on the D string. Slide up the 5th fret. And while you're holding on the 5th fret, you play the open G and open B string. And you play 4th fret on the D, 2nd fret of G, and B on 3rd fret on the B. And then you play the 3rd fret on the A string, bend down, bend up half step, back to A chord. And play the whole thing slowly right there. Or let's play one part slowly right there first and put it together. One more time. Now we put the whole thing right there together. Remember, the first 3 notes is before the first, before that measure is played, before the first beat of the next measure. One more time, slower. After you play that part, you do the same thing again. You play the 5th fret of high B and high E string, 3 and 4 on the A string, A chord, and you mute twice on the A string open, and then you play the 4th fret of D, G and B string, and 5th fret of G and B, mute, and then G and B again, mute again. And you play the 5th fret of B and E, and then 5th fret of G and B, and then you do the 3rd fret on the A, pull down, it's like give a little raise up quarter note. Alright, so that one part right there goes like this. Alright, play it one more time again. I'm sorry. Alright, so now we've stopped from the beginning and play through the whole verse, whole thing again. After that, you mute and you go. Just to play the A chord, you got to play the right away you play the B and high E string on the 5th fret again. Use your pinky, and you back to the 3 and 4 on the A chord, and then you play open A string 3 times muted, and then you play the G chord. After you play the G chord, you play the open E string, and quickly you play the E chord. And you go and you play the 3rd fret on the E string, you pull down, and back to the main riff again. So let's play through the whole verse in slightly slower speed, so you can get the feel for it. So I think that's the hardest part of this song, is to get the verse rhythm. Oh, sorry. Same thing. Just like I showed you at the beginning. Here's a little different right here. Instead of just playing, you add more note to that. Chromatic, you walk up to the 4th fret and you play the 2nd fret of A and 2nd fret of D. And then D, G, D. Now, instead of playing, you go. So you play that. So what I'm doing is I play like a flat 5 interval of the D4 and G5 together, and slide up and down, and slide up to 5th fret. Do that 3 times, just sliding. We're back to the main, the verse riff again. It's a very fun riff. Probably take some time to get used to it. So the verse is actually my favorite riff of this whole song. So that's pretty much the whole song, actually. And then the solo, with just some slide in it. I'm not going to go over that, but it's the rhythm is what I wanted to show you. So thanks for watching. I'm going to play through the whole rhythm one time in the verse, slowly, so you can catch it again. All right. I'm sorry.